This is a challenge that has never been done before. No, really, I looked it up and I couldn't find any other videos like this. Isn't that interesting? But this is not an easy egg to crack. For the past month, I've been throwing away hours upon hours of my life trying to beat this hardcore Nuzlocke. During part 1, I spent a lot of time going over the in-depth research that led to the failed attempts that episode was comprised of. We looked at different Pokemon briefly, and even showed it's possible to do with Mewtwo, yada yada yada. Go watch that one. The important thing to note is in that video, I indicated that what I was doing was a proof of concept Nuzlocke, not a proper Nuzlocke. Essentially, I showed off all the ways I edited my Pokemon, upping IVs to the max, the perfect nature, stuff you could realistically get, but never would. However, what if I was to tell you in the same way a great man once did? I was actually using an advanced technique there called lying. I never intended to call the Nuzlocke a proof of concept, it was just going to be a Nuzlocke! But I still couldn't win, so there was no point at all! So another plan had to be introduced like an apex predator to a fish tank. I had to do what some in the business call a pro gamer move. Cheating was clearly angering the gods, so I gave in, and I played 100% legit. That also did not work, but I was close, and I was happier this way. And then it clicked, and in that moment, I could finally see the light, and it was as if the fog had lifted. I could get a god tier title, making a video that doesn't need to be cheated, allowing my conscience to be clear. All this brings us to timeline number 5. There I was, one man embarking on the final, the coup de grace, the Mona Lisa of Nuzlockes. The first order of business was entering Professor Oak's lab. The second was to do a lot of eugenics. Let me explain. See this? This is the example of a weak bloodline. Notice the below average stats. Pathetic. And even worse, this thing chooses to be a... Shit, I didn't write that down. Whatever it is, it's a nature that... doesn't up special or speed or sometimes defense. Disgusting. Get it away. Oh, but on the other hand, this is acceptable. Downside of all of this is it takes a lot of time. But not unlike the noble caterpillar, it also takes a lot of time to grow into a beautiful butterfly. However, once it's ready, nothing can stop it. Oh no. So the praying mantis of our Nuzlocke is Misty. She's an interesting one. And not in a positive way. During the first video, I disclosed the reason why this is because the fight basically boils down to, did you get confused? Bad. Did you confuse the enemy? Good. The entire thing is just a weighted coin flip. It's awful. And you wanna guess what happened here? It's fine, I'm not mad, and just as well, we did skip ahead a bit, so let's slow down and we'll come back to this later. I think I need to reintroduce the star of the show, Mr. Magic Mike, the Alakazam, a perfect Pokemon for our task at hand. What are the benefits of our spoony saviour, I hear you cry out? Well, they can be very easily serialized. The Psychic type can shred ease through the entire game due to the lack of any Dark or Steel types, the only types that mean something and can resist it. In fact, Erica and Koga are destroyed so nest quickly because of this, they're barely worth addressing. His special attack is so high, it Coco Pops targets like Brock's homies and Lieutenant Surge's squad so hard you'd think they disappeared through a magic tricks. Our boy is applejacked on speed to such a level, even the fastest Pokemon like Blaine's Arcanine are quickly forced to surrender. Like the French. Toast Crunch. Now some of you may have just noticed I revealed the outcome of like every single gym battle during that whole thing. Fun fact, that was deliberate. Like, what do you want me to say? Yes, we fought Koga and I clicked Psychic 4 times and then we won. No, I'm not doing that. Look at the bright side though, we still have a lot to get through. Like Misty. Again! See, when the 69% chance to hit ourselves doesn't occur, and the 100% chance to confuse Water Pulse does not, we always win because we outdamage. Except in this particular battle, in which we are very dead. Oh, what? Pure skill won that fight. The first roadblock out of the way means it's now time to discuss my one shortcoming. See, the path from Missy to Lieutenant Surge and then Lieutenant Surge to Erica is riddled with unavoidable trainers. Just an absurd amount. So many, in fact, staying within the level cap is an impossibility. Here's the thing, officer. I could give myself an EXP share through some sort of glitch. I could have chosen another Pokemon with a slower growth rate, but they all suck, so that doesn't work. Listen, I know you think this invalidates my old schleef at the beginning I made about, you know, being the first to do this. Just listen. Let me have this one. Just this one. Let me off the hook, and then we're even. Sir, this is, you ran over an orphan. Skeet! It's not cheating! I always lowered the level before any battle. The overleveling rule is stupid anyway. It shouldn't count. Right, with that out of the way, let's look at Giovanni, the big boss, level 100. So, this guy, in order to cause us issues, he made an alliance with my greatest enemy. Me. I came into the battle under-leveled, causing us to be significantly weaker, and I used speed up, causing me to be significantly more overconfident. These two added together caused Kangaskhan's Carnage to be unleashed. Now, I don't know if you know this, but Kangaskhan has a pretty meaty attack stat, and our defense stat is a bit vegan. Also, the super effective bite. In order to not be consumed, I had to basically just spam recover plus psychic, plus hoping for no crits, a recurring issue in this Nuzlocke, as you'll see later. And this ultimately got us through, just about. The old man, though, he was not happy and wanted to try again at Silphco. This one was worse. It opened with a clean one-shot of Nidorina, and that should have been followed up by a clean one-shot of Nidoqueen. That's okay, I'm sure nothing bad will come from this. My back! Great. I was actually being sarcastic there. That is not great. In fact, it's really bad. Do you want to know what's worse? We're almost out of Psychic PP, and Giovanni has a Rhyhorn waiting in the back. Now, I'm pretty sure you're all smart enough to realise a Rhyhorn against a Pokemon that doesn't have a move that can hit it is not going to be good for the Pokemon that cannot hit it. It's just common knowledge, really. So to prevent getting into that unfortunate position, I instead have to rely on setting up Carmines against Kangaskhan. Well, again, hoping I do not get critted. And again, thankfully, it somehow all worked out. And then we got paralysed and Rhyhorn hit me 3 times with Rock Blast. That was terrifying. There is not a fate that would be more embarrassing than losing to this thing. Not gonna happen in this lifetime, no. Magic Mike would never allow it. He has enough resolve, enough strength, he has enough durability to get through anything. Oh, but this guy, this boomer, this guy-loving piece of trash, he heard all of that and decided he wanted to fight me again. He alone stood in my way of getting every single badge. I'm sure it would be poetic if this last fight was the most difficult of them all. It wasn't. We just clicked Psychic 5 times, and that's all she wrote. Listen, when it comes to business, Magic Mike does one thing. Don't come at me for a lack of creativity. Oh, and Sabrina and Blaine, they were there as well, you know, just same old, same old. But who cares about them? Because now, the real fight has begun. The Elite 1, potentially 2, and the champion. Allow me to elaborate. Bruno, Agatha, they're the World War II Italy of the Elite Four. Useless and actually beneficial, because I can gain levels, which will help in the long run. And who will it help against? Well, no other than the Germany of the Elite Four, Lance, the big bad. If you remember last time, I went into great depth on my flawless without flaws strategy for beating Lance. By KOing the Gyarados with Shockwave, I almost guaranteed Dragonair would come out to play next. The perfect Pokemon to use as setup fodder. Turns out though, I was playing as France at the time and got sucker punched in the side of my head by the surprising appearance of Aerodactyl. The blitzkrieg that followed was so scary it lowered our speed by 2 stages and lowered our chances of winning to 0. This time, however, we're going with the big brain. And unfortunately, big required luck strat. Rather than salivating over the Dragonair's set up material, we're going to shift our gaze to the Gyarados. See, he leads with 3 moves that do very little damage. So little in fact, we can heal to full with Recover. The final move is Hyper Beam, and it does not hit with a little bit of damage. It hits unbelievably hard, but not enough to kill. And it has that recharge turn. So the plan, we go in, use Carmine, get hit by something, then spam Recover until a Hyper Beam is fired. Use a second Carmine on the turn the Gyarados recharges, and then, just like that, we're strong enough to OTK even the bulky Dragonite. It is absolutely flawless. Unless we get critted, but let's not think about that. Yes, the critical supply route running between Monsieur Town and Baguette Wanat Village. Speaking of which, just kidding, Lorelei can crit all she wants, but she's like the Norway of the war, kind of just there, but a wild card nonetheless. Her biggest weapon is the ability to freeze us, and then we could potentially get screwed, unless we prepare, by coming with a Lumberry that cures freezes, and once we sell 5 Carmines, the battle is essentially won. That is exactly what happens, except we don't get frozen, so the Lumberry was useless, but either way, we won. The road bumps known as Agatha and Bruno are also sped through, and now we're fighting Lance. And you wanna know what Past Me did? You wanna know what he did? He didn't stick to the plan and used Carmine after taking a bite. I have no idea why I did this. The margin for error here is so small that a Hyper Beam has the potential to KO us from this health, like a 50% chance. Okay, that works. I'm still not happy with what I did. I'm very upset. You know what? Doesn't matter. Who cares? We won. It's all going by so quickly. All that stands between us and the victory I so desperately crave is teamwork and his menacing team. Flashing back to my last video allows us to witness once again this guy causes a lot of issues. He leads a Pidgeot with Aerial Ace that can kill us in around 3 hits, so sounds like a free setup. I mean, we can recover, we can use Carmine, we're all good. No, doesn't end there though. Arcanine has extreme speed and Rhydon is a scary mofo. It's all around not good. Originally there was a whole plan of using Taunt to stop Sand Attack and all that good stuff, but in practice that did not work. So the cunning plan I've devised is nothing. No, I'm serious. We go in, click Carmine, and hope for the best. That is the literal best idea I could come up with. When I unfreeze this video, we're gonna witness if Pidgeot will screw us over with Sand Attack, or go for something gentle like an Aerial Ace. The one move, dude, the one move, really? This is why birds are the sinners of the sky.
I like sand.
Sometimes though, the thing that we do not like can turn into our saviour. When Arcanine used extreme speed, we actually would have died if Pidgeot had hit us with an Aerial Ace. The rest of the team, they just started falling, one after the other. Shockwave was incredibly useful due to the fact it cannot miss. At some point, before I even realised, Teamwork had sent out his last Pokemon, Rhydon, and we missed. But poetically, it went for Scary Face. It's enough to make a grown man cry. The move that screwed us over last video has just saved us this video. One final sidekick, and it was all over. We got the W. It's a real shame what happened in Giovanni's gym. Yes, my voice is soothing and calm, but my mind wants to create a national tragedy. Our boy Magic Mike had enough power to clean through 4 out of the 5 Pokemon this gentleman had. Enough resilience to take hit after hit. Enough resolve to wait for Rhyhorn to die by takedown recoil. Enough luck to never be critted by said Rhyhorn. But he did not have enough PP in his Psychic to render this Rhyhorn as dead. And the trainer had enough potions to render my very respectable effort as completely mute. You awful human being. I could stop now. I don't need to prove anything to you. It's unbelievably painful to just go through the same bloody game over and over. God damn, I feel like EDP trying to get back onto the internet. But you need to understand, it's no longer about whether I can. It's about how much I sacrifice along the way. Another Sunday night must be wasted. Lord forgive me. You wanted this video? Well fine, we're gonna keep going then. But I am only going to play in fast forward mode. You don't get to see everything. You lost that privilege. Oh look at that, we're resetting. How fun and quirky. Haha, eugenics. Once we get the right one, all that remains is a bit of changes. Brock, spam confusion and hope Onyx doesn't get any crits. Misty. That's gonna hurt. Don't keep... Haha, quirky resetting time. From the top, Brock, spam confusion until everything is gone and hope we don't get critted by Onyx. Misty, spam side beams, hope we don't get confused by water pulse or critted in any way, shape or form. Twice! Getting a confusion with side beam or a crit of our own normally guarantees success. I've got to go for the crit or the confusion or something, please. Oh! Oh, get in there, boy. Lieutenant Surge, we get a Cherry Berry from the SSN, equip that onto Magic Mike, then we just use Psybeam to take out the Voltorb and the Pikachu. The Raichu will in fact use a Thunder Wave, but haha, Cherry Berry cures that, then one more Psybeam and we've won. Erica, two of her Pokemon are poison types. Guess what we do? Oh, it's that wacky thing where we click Psybeam and then, oh look at that, she's dead. Giovanni won. To ensure a safer win, we used an advanced strategy called looking up what Pokemon he has beforehand. Then, by calculating the amount of damage the Onix he leads with does, I discovered it's an Onix and it's complete garbage, so we then use it as setup fodder and win from there. Koga, we click Psychic 4 times. Well, sort of. I actually used Calm Mind straight off the bat, which I didn't need to do and was incredibly risky because I'm fairly certain the coughing has self-destruct. That was dumb, but it's fine. Giovanni 2 leads in Nidorina. Oh, what's that? It can't do enough damage to put me in range of a crit? Well, I guess I am just going to be very calm then. Sabrina the Teenage Bitch, set up Calm Mind, sweep. Blaine leads a Growlithe, so I set up a Calm Mind and then sweep from there, but I am always worried about the crit burn off the bat. Giovanni's Gym, what can we do to ensure we have a safe passage? Bastard man that screwed me over. I shan't be doing it this time. Bada bing, bada boom. I didn't even need to die this time to reach ya. Done, dead. He is Danny defeated. The strength puzzle sucks. Just wanted to put that in there. Finally, the Elite Four. We're back again. But first, as always. Oh, come on. Why do you need the berry every time? It doesn't work. This is why, comments. This is why. Oh, it happened. It happened! Yes! Oh. Get outplayed. Get outplayed. You're all making fun of me for that Lumberry. Idiots. I'd be Lorelei if I said Lorelei was alive after we were done with her. We're never talking about Bruno again. Agatha, more like Agafuck, the Three Stooges defeated. All that remained, once again, was Lance. This man was a real tool. He tested my patience to the extreme. 20 straight turns, he tested my patience. Never did I think he was going to click Hyper Beam. I was clicking on Recover over and over and over again, just waiting for it, because I knew the AI, it was going to pull some shenanigans if I risked it. So I held steadfast. I hope so. I swear to God, if it doesn't, he goes for Hyper Beam, I'm going to be very mad. Oh, thank Christ. Oh, I did as well. Don't crit. Don't crit. Just don't crit and we win. Don't crit and we win. Don't crit and we win. Don't crit. Don't crit. Don't crit. Easy. Too easy. He had accumulated a lot of healthcare bills when I was done with him. And now we're at the pinner points of the video. Again, it's our boy, Teamwork. Our favourite rival. Said no one. Can we win? This time. Let's go and have a quick look, shall we? Such a good music. Okay. You sack of garbage. You sack of actual trash garbage. Feather dance. Feather dance right now. Listen, boy. My attack is so high. You need to lower it. Just do a cheeky little feather dance. You sack of garbage. So shockwave you. Fairly well. Right. Alright, shockwave kills. Shockwave kills. Shockwave kills. Shockwave killed. Now Arcanine. There he is. So long as this first one does not crit. Do not crit. That is not a crit, and that's real scary. That did a lot of damage. Oh dear. Please kill. Please kill. Oh. Now it's Alakazam. It's fucked up looking Alakazam. Don't miss. Oh god. I would rather miss on this, honestly. So this is where things are going to get real bastardy. I just want to be certain. That's beautiful. Psychic, okay. Whatever. So then we recover, finish this up on as much health as we can. Oh, we're fine. This is absolutely under control. Nothing bad is going to happen. Look, we even got a level. Just, okay. Okay. Why? I don't know why you're all so scared. This is completely under control. Okay. So here's the thing. Like, you know, we got the psychic. If we use psychic and it hits, okay, game over. We won and the challenge is done. We get to all go to bed happy. If it misses, there's about a 50% chance that we die from earthquake. That's about all. I don't want to hit it. I'm just gonna. It's just fine. It's fine. Absolutely fine. Oh, it's fine. Yeah, yeet, bitch. Done. Oh, that is like so much. I did that so effortlessly. I had done it. Technically, wow. If we ignore the level changing, which we will, it's done. I've won. The first ever person, I'm fairly certain, to complete a hardcore Nuzlocke with only one Pokemon. It feels so beautiful. I'm currently awaiting the praise I will receive for such an accomplishment. Really would just like to take a moment to thank me for doing this, my skill, my big brain. Yeah, that's about it. You made it this far, make sure you subscribe, make sure you like the video, make sure you comment, make sure you share with a friend. I don't know if there's anything else I'm missing. I don't think so, thank you all for watching, and I will see you all later.